So this video is going to start and end wet and stormy. So it's that time of year. We're getting rain right now. Now, that's some pretty heavy rain here. We're just on the edge of starting to receive the worst of it. As you can see here, it's pretty heavy rain. The darker, actually, the green is light, and the yellow and orange is heavier rain. Yeah, click on the lightning here, and there's a whole lot of lightning out there too. We zoom out, show more of the whole system. There's a whole lot of energy out there, and a lot of it's sort of kind of coming towards us. So this wasn't really forecast, I guess you could say, a long time ago. I knew the rain was coming, but as far as the storms go, it's just new, like within the last day or two. And you can see down here in Michigan, where the mouse cursor is there, all these little pop-ups. So it looks like it might be around for a little while. Because there's more just kind of starting. And I'm going to skip ahead here to 4:39 p.m. We are kind of missing out on the heavy rain, because just like the storms do, the rain is avoiding us. We're getting some, but it's like water running past a grease spot. It just goes around it. It's avoiding us. I guess that means we're a grease spot. It's just kind of strange how that happens, but that's what's happening right now. We're definitely getting rain, and some of it's pretty heavy, but I'm looking at the direction everything's moving here. We get this new line of storms that's popping up, and everything's just kind of going up and then curving. It's almost like it's rotating to the right, which is unusual for low pressure systems, because they rotate to the left counterclockwise. I see there's still lots of lightning out there. Yeah, we got one pretty close to Hanover. I'm pretty sure I heard thunder earlier, so that's probably where that came from. The skies aren't dark out there, so I can't see it. So we get the severe. Now there's nothing in our area. Right here we get the watches for Lake Erie. Down here in Michigan we get the severe thunderstorm watch. It remains in effect till 8 p.m. It helps if I click in the right spot. And this is a severe thunderstorm warning. It remains in effect till 4:45 p.m. for southeastern St. Joseph and western Branch counties. 4:36 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Centerville, or 7 miles north of Sturgis, moving east at 45 miles per hour. And the hazard from the storm is 60 mile per hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. Damage to vehicles expected, and expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. But again, nothing in our area. I click on tornadoes, and thankfully the map is empty in that regards. You never want to see those out there. We'll skip ahead again. It's an hour later. We're now about 5:30 p.m. and the rain has stopped for now. All the heavy stuff is moved out, and still a bit of light rain coming, but there's heavier stuff that's developing in it. So we're not out of the woods yet. There's still more to come. Skipping ahead another hour, it's now 6:30 p.m. And as you can see on the map here, we're getting rain again. Yeah, we get this big blob of heavy rain that's coming towards us. And there's actually a little bit more behind it, but it looks like it's clearing up a little bit. So checking the lightning. And there's a little bit out there, not far from us, but not really expecting anything. As the big blob at the back there is kind of getting smaller. So if there is a storm in it, it'll be diminishing before it gets to us. So right now I'm just watching that big yellow blob that's coming at us and wait and see if it splits and goes around us or if it actually hits us this time. We're skipping ahead another hour and a half. Now 10 to 7. Oh, 10 to 8, sorry. And as you can see, the rain did not split. It hit us head on. Both blobs did. The little blob at the front and the big blob at the back. They both pounded us. We had some pretty heavy rain from them. So I guess that means the grease spot is gone. Or is it over? It's hard to say because it kind of looks like there's still a little bit popping up in behind. But at the same time it kind of looks like it's diminishing a little bit. I'm going to give you a bit of an idea of what it's like out there right now. Excuse me. I hit the temperatures here. I'm going to start with Fahrenheit. And we're about 43, 44 degrees. And as you can see along the coastline there, 46 and 47. It's a little bit warmer. So I guess the water's heating the air up over there. So now I switched to Celsius. And you can see we're about 6-7 degrees. Single digits for. So if it's that temperature, you can imagine what the rain would feel like. And it's probably a pretty chilly rain, I'm guessing. I'm glad I'm not out in it anyway. Either way. We're now at 8:23 p.m. Roughly half hour later. And I did get a little bit more rain. Some of it that was coming towards us that looked like light rain kind of quickly intensified just before it got to us and started dumping and then gradually faded out again. And the rest of it after this looks like it's just gonna kind of peter out. So I'm going to assume now that our precipitation is done for the night. And of course, after stating that, about an hour later, another pile of rain just kind of popped up out of nowhere, intensified really quickly. It didn't really give us a whole lot. We got light rain at best from that one, and it just kind of fizzled out after that. So this was the end of it. No more for tonight. Putting the stormy weather behind me. And the next few days were actually pretty nice. It wasn't not super cold. Took the opportunity to head up to the welders to check up on a secret project that I'm working on. That was kind of weird. I don't recall ever repeating a word like that before. That kind of freaks me out a bit. But anyways, I can't really call it a secret project. I've been pretty much giving hints to it, but I don't really want to reveal it until it's actually complete. The problem I'm having is the bar needs a tubing bender, and my welder has all the parts he needs. He's got the clamps and everything, but he doesn't have his own tubing bender, so he has to send it out to get it done. And just kind of went in to check up on it, and he hasn't gotten it back yet. So project's still gotta wait for a little while longer. Do you remember that flat tire I was driving on? I discovered it when my ball joint broke. I've still been driving on it. I'm finally getting around to it. The weather's nice now. Be a good day to change it. I got a whole bunch of things that I'm going to be doing to the monster. A lot of what I need to do depends on other stuff being done first. And a lot of stuff I can't do because I haven't got the stuff I need yet. So it's frustrating waiting game because I need this thing to be ready for summer, and I have a lot of work that I need to do to build up to that, and I'm so anxious to get started. I can't really do anything, but I'm in the mood to work today, so I decided this would be a good time to change that flat tire. Being on the front, it's not a huge deal, but I'm just worried about the tread wearing out on it, because if I do make a fast left-hand turn, then all the weight goes to the right, and the tire squishes. It's not going to be good for the tread. And these are my winter tires. I need to keep the tread on them. So finally getting around to fixing that today. One less thing I have to worry about. Another thing I have done is I finally got around to ordering the batteries for the monster, the new batteries, replacements. And the dealer asked me who my social worker was, and I deal with her so little, I don't even know. I can't remember what her name was. So I called ODSP, and I found out who she was, and I was talking to her, telling her that I'm getting new batteries and this and that. And when she found out that I bought the scooter myself, she said they don't pay for repairs on those. They only pay for repairs on devices that have been acquired through the assistive devices program. And I know that's not right. I know that's wrong. I told her, I said, I've never got anything through them. I said, every scooter I've had, well, the two anyways, I paid for myself. I said, there's never been a problem. And she said, well, I'll have to look into it. I don't think we do. Okay, well, whatever. So I called him back and told her who she was and what she'd said, and even he says, no, they're wrong. So he sent me a copy of the government mandate stating that they are required to pay for repairs whether I acquired the scooter through assistive devices program, bought it myself, new, used, inheritance, stole it, whatever. They have to fix them. So, it's right in the government rules. They have to pay for it. So the only time they really don't have to is if you're abusive. If you're constantly getting repairs done, every month or something, you need something, then they consider that excessive and they can refuse you. But I very, very rarely go to the government for help with repairs. I do what I can, I pay for what I can, and only when it's beyond my means, such as the batteries, then that's what I have to do. I don't have a choice in that matter. So the form you're seeing on the screen right now is the estimate for batteries and the ball joints. The black box is there. You probably figured out by now it's hiding names, addresses, phone numbers, and stuff like that. But this really blew my mind when I saw the prices. So the batteries are $417 each. That is about what I paid for the 2 external batteries that I have for the monster. So total there, $834. Now, tie rod ends and the ball joints are 2 different prices. Now, to me, I don't know what the difference is. After I receive them, I look at them and they look exactly the same to me. There is no difference between them. I don't understand why there's 2 different ones at 2 different prices. It makes no sense to me. But anyways, that's what there is. And the delivery, because it's quite a distance away, and batteries are quite heavy. It's a recharge is $129, so over $1,000. And it blew my mind when I saw that. It's like, whoa, there's no way I could afford that. So anyways, so now I get to wait. He forwarded this estimate to ODSP, and they called him asking about this and that and confirming, and I hadn't heard anything from them yet. He called me back to let me know what was going on, or actually I think I called him to ask what the status was, and he said, well, she called me and confirmed everything. I told her how things are, and she says, well, she's gonna have to get a second opinion or something like that. So I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna do what they can to not have to pay. It's the government. The government does whatever it needs to do to cut costs and this and that. So they're gonna drag their feet on this one. I can see it coming. So anyways, but the order's there. So I've done my part, and now I just play the waiting game. Sometimes they're quick, and sometimes they're not. I've had one, an estimate for a repair. It was, what's the word I'm looking for? Accepted, I guess it would be. It was accepted the same day. And it took me by surprise. It was so quick. So I'll see what happens with the batteries now. Well, here we go again. Another weather statement. A cold front is expected to sweep through southern Ontario this afternoon, bringing a few showers and thunderstorms along with it. There is the potential that some of these thunderstorms may produce strong wind gusts up to 80 kilometers per hour. Yuck. The showers and possible thunderstorms are expected to diminish by early this evening as the cold front progresses east. If an isolated thunderstorm does have the potential to produce stronger wind gusts, then a severe thunderstorm warning might be issued. Okay, so I see this. This is like at noon, so I've been getting up kind of late lately, so my days have been starting late. So I see this, and I got things I need to do today, so I don't bother with the rail trail. I do my shopping first, get that done and out of the way. So you can see me sitting here at Walmart, and when I come out, it looks like storm clouds off to the west, so it's pretty windy, as you can see. Well, I don't know if that's related to the storm or not, but I'm checking the radar on my phone here, just trying to see just how close the rain is to actually reaching us here. So anyways, on my way back into town, I know you can't hear it in the video. I've tried to find it, but you can't hear it, but I'm hearing a whole bunch of sirens. And there's obviously, I'm thinking it's the fire trucks, because there's more than one, but the sirens just don't sound the same, so there might be more than just the fire trucks that I'm hearing. But I'm definitely hearing something's going on in town, and I guess the scooter won't go fast enough to get there. So that's kind of what's happening. And I stop at Timmy's and grab my coffee, and as I come back out I hear another siren. And I look over, and it is the West Grey police. Now, for West Grey to be screaming into town like that, something's happening. Something big is going on. Normally, if there's a crash or something out on the highway, it's OPP that attend to it for the most part. But for West Grey to be there, I'm going to assume it's in town, because the direction he's going, Hanover is split by Grey County and Bruce County. The county line runs right directly down the center of 7th Avenue, and 8th and west of that is Bruce County. So in order for the West Gray police to be there, it has to be in Gray County, you would think, right? So that tells me it might be in town. So I have no idea at this time what's going on. I don't have a scanner with me. I don't make a habit of taking it with me. I wish I did. I'd love to have it with me all the time so I know what's going on, but I didn't have it. So anyways, I met up with a lady, one of the ladies that I see in the rail trail all the time that I talk to, and she asked me if I'd been down there yet today, or told me not to go down there to avoid it or something, I can't remember, but she told me what was going on. And I'm not going to show her, but I'll let you hear what she says to me, and then I'll comment afterward. Why?
A guy fell or he jumped off the bridge. So the police and everything are all down below that bridge on the highway up out here. Yeah. I didn't warn you.
Alright, thank you.
It wasn't a pretty sight.
No. So that would definitely explain all the sirens I was hearing and the presence of West Gray police. Even talking about it now, I am kind of emotional. In case you didn't hear what she said, somebody either fell or jumped from the bridge. It's the bridge that goes over the rail trail. There is the only bridge that I know of in this area that goes over something other than a river. Almost every other bridge, well, every bridge I can think of in this area goes over a river, and there's only one that I can actually drive under. Or if I was driving a car I wouldn't be able to, but you know, on a scooter I go under it pretty much every day. And it's the bridge here. Now, the police report, it just states that he fell. I heard from somebody that knows a lady that witnessed it, and she was driving in that area at the time, and according to her, he parked his vehicle on the bridge, got out, and jumped. But I have found nothing online aside from the original police report that I'm showing here. There's nothing, no updates or anything stating, you know, suicide. So I guess it's not official, so I can't officially say that it was. I'm going by what witnesses have said. So, you know, this is kind of a sad day. I had no plans on going down to the rail trail that day because I had to do my shopping, and then I was going home to do storm watch, and I really didn't expect to be going out anyways. So I'm kind of glad that I did my shopping first before doing the trail. Otherwise I may have been down there to see it. So I guess this is one occasion where it's a good thing we're getting storms. When I got home, the Mediox was parked in the driveway, and my first thought was my batteries, even though they're not coming from Mediox, they're coming from my mobility. But that was my first thought. And it turns out they're here to service my roommate's power chair finally. Been waiting a while for that. I was talking to them for a bit before I came in, and back upstairs to my computer, and turned on the scanner just in time to hear the fire department returning to the hall.
Man, fire contact. And it's turned at 1552. You want to go ahead? 1552. Tower 2, Firecom, go ahead.
Firecom, Hanover Tower 2. Belted.
Tower 2 clearing scene 5 on board Belted at 1557.
Firecom, Hanover Rescue 1.
Q1 Firecom, go ahead.
Rescue 1 has returned to Hull and is back in service.
Roger, Rescue 1, return to Hull and back in service. Your time is 16:05.
Firecom, Hanover Tower 2.
Tower 2, Firecom, go ahead.
Tower 2 has returned to Hull and is now back in service. All units are back in service at Hanover Hall.
Your time is 16:05.
Okay, we're about 4:30 p.m. and as you can see, we got pounded again by torrential rains. Hanover's actually just a little bit left to where the mouse was there. I'm gonna show you what the clouds look like. I can't get rid of the advertisement because I made the mistake of opening this with Internet Explorer instead of Firefox, and Internet Explorer doesn't play well with this map. But when you look at the storm system, like this, all of it just looks like one big storm. It's quite amazing looking. There's quite a bit there, and it just looks like it's all one thing, like a big cotton ball. But it's pretty turbulent underneath all that. But just seeing the radar doesn't really tell the whole story. How to actually see what the clouds look like and how high they are. Really kind of paints the picture. Clouds actually make it look worse than it is. Oh, I get the weather cam in the window, recording as this is going. Okay, here's a look at the entire continent of North America and all this wetness, precipitation, all this moisture is coming up from the Gulf of Mexico again, which seems to be the pattern. As it's curling around, it's rotating counterclockwise. It's all rotating counterclockwise. And up at the top there, as it's curling around, it's bringing cool air down. It's actually snow in that particular spot. So I'm glad we're not at that point. Yeah, our temperatures are actually pretty good. They're actually really warm day today. It's very enjoyable. Gonna take a while for my map to update, because not only am I using Internet Explorer, my computer's also busy doing other stuff. There's quite a wide range of temperatures on here, and this is Celsius, not Fahrenheit, it's Celsius. Got a big area there in blue that's all below freezing. But you can see the nice warm temperatures we had today is in the high 20s. a really super nice day. Really nice for April. End of April, but it's still April. And there's such a difference here. This is a cold front. Now what happens with a cold front is it comes in, it's like a wedge that comes across the ground and it forces the warmer air upwards. And yeah, map's updating. And really slowly updating. So anyways, the colder air forces the warm air up, and that's what creates the updraft, and that updraft is what forms the thunderstorms. And the stronger that updraft is, the more severe the storms can be, and the more likelihood of hail. So there's quite a very large difference in temperature. Like this particular cold front is quite severe. Okay, let's wait for it to update here. So you can see all these temperatures in here. Compare that to what's behind the front. And looking to 28 degrees is the highest that I can see. I saw 29 earlier. But you look at this side, the highest I see over here is 18. So there is an instant 10-degree drop from before the front comes through to after the front comes through. That's quite a substantial drop in temperature. So that's that really has the potential for quite severe storms. Thankfully we never got them. So I will leave you with 7.5 hours worth of time-lapse video of the storms rolling through. It's kind of pretty. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. so it's not really going anywhere, but it's toast. There's nothing holding it in there but the wire. So there goes number 2.